What's up, everybody out there? I am Gary, and PassionUX. Well, this is my newest baby that I'm starting. Excited to welcome you all to the YouTube channel, and just thought this first video would be a good way to give a quick introduction to what's going to go on here whenever you see new content get posted. So let's get the shameless self-promotion out of the way. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to stay up to date when all of our videos come out. And then also feel free to hop on over to all of our social media channels and follow along there, where I post daily tips, ideas, questions, and just get discussion going around experience design and the different avenues where it takes place. So with all that out of the way, cue up that intro, and then let's jump in and talk about what in the world is the purpose of this channel. Can't wait to see you guys on the other side.
I just want to be happy.
All right, thank you for sticking around to watch this first episode and get a feel for what we're gonna be doing here on the YouTube channel. So kind of the place I decided to start was just talking about why Passion UX exists and what I hope to accomplish with it. My goal is to help fight a lot of the myths about UX that I've seen online, that I've seen come out of these boot camps for newer designers, either that are fresh out of college, taking them to get a certification, or from people that are looking for their career change, where they come out with just ideas of what it means to be a UX designer, only to be faced with the reality that that's not what UX design is at all. So I really want to kind of talk through that and just help you guys understand what it's going to look like when you become a UX designer. And it's not saying this is going to be true for everybody, but it's also not everybody gets to come out and work for Apple, where product and users are king and it's all wonderfully laid out already and you're set to go. I also want to talk about some of the soft skills needed to advance through your career that gets you from fresh out of college all the way up to leading your own design team, and what you need to do as you get to those different levels, and how to start forming those skills even at day one starting out at a new job. And I also just want to try to help set the right focal point so that people don't hate their job or hate working. This world is not always design friendly in the terms of how a UX designer thinks about it or how an experienced designer thinks about it. And I just kind of want to look at how do we balance what a company wants, what a business goal is, and what we want as designers, and how can we marry those two? What does the research cycle actually look like a lot of the times in the real world? And then kind of focus in on how, as designers, being able to critically think, apply design thinking, and being very adaptable to what the design process turns out to be a lot of times in the real world are key traits that aren't taught enough, and I feel like get glazed over way too much, especially as designers are starting out in the industry and kind of have this pie in the sky view of how this all can come together and work, and how it should come together and work. So just a lot of talking about the expectations versus the reality of working in the design world and where that takes people. Then I also want to kind of try to put a stop to this business versus design mindset, because I see so many conversations of, well, the business doesn't want me to do this, so I can't design it right, or I don't have time for my process, or the business doesn't care about the user, or all kinds of things like that. And most of the time, that's not true. We're just not looking at it from the business's point of view because we've been so um, brainwashed into this user-centric design system that we stop forgetting who actually pays us to do this work, and how to make nice with the other departments in order to get what we want for the user into the software or into the marketing program. So I want to take some time and look at how we can shift our mindset to go from that us versus them mentality to a design plus business just equals more money for everybody and a better experience for everybody that's using our products. And I just want to motivate designers with the stuff that comes out through Passion UX to help you stay engaged and to help you see ways you can offer the companies you're working for experience driven wins over your time there, and where to look for areas to plug yourself in that you may not have thought of that fall outside of the normal box that somebody with a design um, title tends to be. So really, that's my heart, is to just motivate, to offer some content out there to help people improve what it means to be a designer, and to help eliminate some of these myths that I feel like a lot of designers are buying into when they read a blog post or they go to a boot camp or they see a lecture online, and just kind of help everybody focus and just have open discussion about where should we compromise, where do we need to be better about business, where do we need to be more firm about what's best for the user, and have some of those conversations, and look at the reality and not so much the perfect world bubble that a lot of designers enter the workforce with and have a hard time shaking, because that's how they were taught to function, and what you're taught often doesn't work out to be the same in reality. So the last thing I kind of wanted to highlight in this little intro video is there are going to be no boot camps, there's no upsells, there's no classes, there's no content to purchase, there's no Passion UX Academy coming in the future. This is all just free advice here on YouTube, through the website, inside the LinkedIn group, access to anybody and everybody that wants to just talk and have conversations around their struggles, around business and design, around experience design. This is all about sharing my passion to help people grow, and not to grow my own bank account in the process. So this is just me talking about my experiences, what I've seen, what I've experienced, what I've seen others experience, offering advice, helping you guys out wherever I can with your questions, your comments. I can't get to every comment, I'm sure, as this all grows, but I'm going to do my best to answer what I can, and highlight ones that I feel like can really bring value to everybody. But don't hesitate to ask a question, to hop on the LinkedIn group and just ask for advice from all the other designers, and just get feedback on what you're thinking and feeling, and how other people have tackled the same problems you're facing, because we've all faced the problems, we've all dealt with them. But I feel like too many times the gut reaction of the experienced community is just to be, well, that's just the business not wanting the user to have a good experience, or that's just the business putting money over the users, or that's just this team not wanting to work with our team. And you hear it all the time, but it doesn't have to be that way. And there's so many skills that get glossed over and not mentioned, that are pivotal to a designer being successful, that you kind of just end up having to learn and figure out on your own as you move forwards. So my hope is to be able to highlight some of those early on, so that people can just not repeat the mistakes so many of us have, and not start their career off being angry and frustrated because you find yourself in a position with the title of a UX designer, but you don't actually get to do what you thought you were going to do or what you want to do. And so I want to help you guys level set and help you find ways to not get discouraged, not get down on what you're doing, but to elevate yourself and increase your value to the companies you work for, so that you can really shine and show that experience design has a place at the table, it needs a place at the table, and here are some tangible results to get it. So I'm excited to go on this journey, and I hope you guys are excited to take it with me, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video we put out. Have a great start to your week, and get ready to build something great together. Let's have a great experience, and just start to foster those bonds, to build a experience driven community that's all about lifting each other up, and not about making excuses for why we don't get a seat at the table in our businesses. So that's it for episode one. Love to hear your thoughts, your comments, any topics you'd love to talk about or hear talked about. Feel free to leave those in the comments, and I can pull from there and give you guys insights based around that. I'm excited to talk with you all, to grow together, and to see where things goes. So see you next time, and be sure to follow and like all our social media to stay up to date when anything new comes out. Have a good one. Gary out.